Elvis and Jody for the Roadies. We're out and about today. We've come down here to the Greyhound Adoption Program of SA.
And something that the Roadies love to do and that only us get to do, is present the Heart For Adelaide Award. And today we are presenting them, the volunteers, with this award for opening their doors, being wonderful hosts to these racing dogs and getting them used to living in a family life, in a home, and then they get adopted out to forever homes.
So let's go inside and see what they have to say. Let's go.
Well, here we are. The Roadies have just presented the Heart For Adelaide Award to the Greyhound Adoption Program known as the GAP. And I'm joined with a good friend of mine, Anna Swart. You are a volunteer at 1079 Life Plus. What else do you do in your spare time?
Well, apart from the Greyhound Adoption Program,
Yes, you help us at the station, but we often see you on Mondays. You come and visit us at Roadies on our different locations, but you bring a couple of furry friends with you.
yeah, that's for the Greyhound Adoption Program.
Yes.
It's part of it to do with fostering, and one of them is my adopted dog, Kitch, who I've got here at the moment. He's my foster dog at this present moment. He's learning to be socialised, and so that he can then go to either a family or a single person or another person who's maybe similar to myself, who's on their own. Depends on which way it all pans out, as it's more the office that picks the person, and if we feel they're the right person, then we say yes or no. I think it's a great program. It's actually, next month will be my 4th year since I've been doing this, and I've really enjoyed doing it. At the moment, it would be now 2 years since I've adopted this little package of black next to me.
When you started,
sometimes she's good, sometimes she's a pain.
Yeah, when you started fostering these greyhounds, did you think you'd end up with a dog of your own?
I think at the time probably not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what did Bella do to win your heart? You can't pinpoint anything?
She's just special, I reckon.
Mm-hmm.
She's just special in her own way. She's got probably a bit of a different nature to some of the others that I've had. The other good thing is that even though she grumbles at dogs while they're on lead, she still gets on with the fosters when they do come. She seems a bit grumpy briefly for only about a minute or two, and then she's fine after that.
And now I'm joined with the lovely Angela. Now tell me about your role at the GAP.
I'm the GAP supervisor, so I supervise the dogs coming and going from the program, and with my staff and whatnot, working with the volunteers and the foster carers and pretty much everything.
Yeah, so how many dogs at one time would you be taking care of, do you think?
We can have anywhere from 80 to 120 dogs in the program at one time. So
wow, that's a lot of dogs.
Yeah, it is.
Do you have enough foster carers for all these dogs?
Never, but we're always looking for more people. So whether you want to foster once in a year or 10 times a year, it's really up to you. We do everything based around what the foster care can do for us.
Okay, and how long has the GAP program been going for?
Since 1997. So we're coming up to 20 years soon.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. And would you say that the amount of carers that you've got has grown?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
When I became the supervisor 9-10 years ago, I had a handful of volunteers and I had a handful of dogs, and now we've got lots of volunteers, lots of foster carers and lots of dogs. So it's grown immensely.
So if someone was considering being a foster carer, what would you say are the main sort of things they would need to have a home suitable to be looking after a dog?
Yeah, they just need a backyard that's completely fenced and secure, be able to give the dog love and want to do some training, so teaching them some manners. It's kind of like having a puppy in a big dog body, so you need to teach them they can't steal from the counter, they can't take the food off of your plate because it's yours. Teaching them general manners, taking them out and about in the world and socializing them with other dogs and teaching them what the big world is all about. And just being able to take care of those for about 6 to 8 weeks.
Okay, does it matter if they have children or other pets?
No, that's really good for them to have.
Okay.
So it teaches the dog how to live in a family environment, because most of the people that adopt the dogs can vary from being single to having children, to having other dogs, cats, chickens, rabbits, you name it. They've got it. All the foster carers vary depending on what they have in their home.
Yeah, so how many carers do you think you'd have on your list so far?
I think we're running about 80 at the moment.
So that's pretty good.
Yeah, and the highest we've had is 135. So they come and go. So some people only foster when they are home. So a lot of them may travel and want to foster while they're home. It's having a dog without the responsibility of a dog, and we provide everything for foster care. So we provide all the dry food and collars, leads, muzzles, jackets, vet care, and we also for foster carers provide a $25 a week per payment.
Oh, that's really
to help
good.
them out with treats and travel and things like that.
That's very reasonable. Hello, Diane. Look, tell me, what is this? You, Me, 6 weeks.
Yeah.
What's it all about?
It's basically a campaign that we introduced at the start of last year. It focuses on fostering a greyhound or welcoming a greyhound into your home for 6 weeks, and helping them out throughout the foster care period. So teaching them basic obedience, socialisation, and getting them ready for their forever home.
That's amazing that 6 weeks you can do all that.
Yeah, it's amazing. And you know what? It'll suit some families that just want a temporary pet. So you can pick 6 weeks of your life where you're not going away, you're not going on holidays. You've got some time to dedicate to this lovely greyhound and, you know, help it out find a forever home.
Yeah, and the kids get something to play with.
Yep, we win.
I've got Janice with me. How long have you been involved in the GAP program?
I've adopted a greyhound about 9 years ago, and gradually I started to do more and more until become a full-time fosterer and work in the office.
Have you always loved greyhounds?
No. I was when I wanted a dog, I was researching a dog.
Yeah.
They don't bark. They can, but they choose not to. They don't shed a lot of hair, and they don't have that doggy odour. So I decided to get one, and I'm sold.
Oh, just purely because of those advantages?
That's it, yes.
Oh, so, yeah. Do you have one as a pet?
Yes, I
yourself
do.
now? Yeah.
About 9 years ago.
And how many have you fostered over the time?
I don't count.
You
know.
don't count?
No. But people say to you, how can you give them up? But when you see that dog 3 months down the track, the person idolises the dog idolises them, it's worth it.
Okay.
Yes, when you see that dog go to a good home, it's worth giving them up.
That sounds like it. Yeah. You've sold a lot of people, I think, just on that.
Yes.
Now, Jenny, I have to say I love your top here. This is just beautiful. Now, tell me your story on how you became involved.
We moved up to Riverton, which is a country town in the mid-north, and we were befriended by a greyhound trainer. I'd had nothing to do with greyhounds at all. We'd always had bullies and bull terriers and staffies. Johnny took us to the races. He introduced us to his dogs. He told us about the GAP program. And when our last bull terrier died, I said to my husband, I haven't got the energy for these, I want a greyhound. And he looked at me and said, there's a bit of a change. So we decided we'd foster, and then if we didn't like the breed, we could get out and no harm done to anybody. We have since fostered about 90 dogs.
90 dogs?
90 dogs, around about. We're still fostering, we love it. We've adopted, this is our second pair that we've adopted. Our first two died in 2014. It's a brilliant program. It's brilliantly supported by Greyhound Racing. It's brilliantly run, and I just love it. We love the dogs, and we love the fostering, and we love what it does. And when we pass the dogs on, I thoroughly agree with Janice. You're giving a gift to the people who are adopting, and it's the most heartwarming thing you could do.
So you don't find it hard saying goodbye?
Occasionally. My last boy was quite hard to work with because he was a very, very shy dog, but he was the sweetest soul you could meet. And passing him on was quite a heart wrench, but I've since rung his his new owner, and they are absolutely thrilled with him. He's come a huge way. He's now friendly with everybody. He's just a beautiful, beautiful dog.
Well, who have we got here? Start with your name.
Pam
Bob and Brendan.
Okay, now, are you all related?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, and how?
Son, father, mother.
mother. I was going to say that.
So, did you decide all in one go that you were going to take part in the GAP program?
No.
No.
Brendan was the first one in.
Ah, so what made you decide to get involved in the program? Pass them.
Because Brendan did. We seen what he was doing, and we decided that we didn't have a dog, so we'd just follow.
Okay.
And we've gone from there.
So, are these your dogs?
This is our foster.
They're fosters.
Yep.
You don't have one?
No, we don't have one.
So you just foster.
We just straight foster.
Wow, that's great. And how many dogs would you say you fostered during the time?
I think
You
we've
can't
had.
keep
I don't.
I think we've had about 8 fosters, and we've had quite a number of holiday look afters.
Oh, holiday
Pet
look
sits,
after.
yeah.
Oh, so is that helping
That's
out
how we
another
started.
foster carer that wants to go on holiday?
Yes, that's how we started.
Oh,
And
right.
all forever families that have adopted.
Yeah.
So, yep, they want to go away on holidays, so, you know, as part of the GAP thing, look after, you know, babysit for them, because not a lot of them want to put their dogs into a kennel.
Yeah.
So,
So, yeah, because do you think that would have a big impact on the greyhounds if they were in a normal kennel compared to just a normal house?
a lot of owners feel the kennels can't fulfil the needs of looking after a greyhound. Not that they're a special need, but they just like the fact that they can come back to someone who's got the ability and knows what, you know, it takes to look after, you know, their babies, really.
Yeah, and knows the dog quite well.
Well, we
Yeah.
actually get dogs we've fostered coming back to us
That's lovely,
for holiday
isn't it?
sits. Yeah.
That's really sweet. Tell me, what's it like when the dog first comes to your house? Do you have an adjustment period? Do you find it hard?
No, it's not hard. You've just got to persevere.
And to sort of spend the time to
Yep.
get to know them?
Yep.
Yeah, a couple of
No,
days
for
for
the-
them to settle.
Yep. They take time to settle in. Once they settle in, they're easy.
Now, I'm joined with some more volunteers here that have got some more thoughts that they would like to share. Go ahead.
I just like to say that I think that greyhounds they're amazing dogs. There's no other dog that I think you could take out from a kennel environment and put into a home, and they just adapt so well. Whatever you throw at them, they get on with it.
And you literally throw at them a toy?
Yes. No, they
I think people think that because they're a big dog that they take a lot of work or exercise, and really they're a very manageable dog. Just so easy to look after. Yeah.
Yeah. And you, what would you like to share?
Well, all I'd like to say is that I'm amazed with how far the GAP itself has come along through all the times that I've been involved with fostering the dogs. Back when I first started, that the muzzles were kept on.
Oh.
And these days, you know, they've worked so hard with the, you know, everybody that's involved with it and that, to actually make our breeds of dogs the way that they should be, and that's muzzle breed. And I believe that's a big output for how our dogs are treated these days.
That's lovely. Well, again, on behalf of 107.9 Live, we'd like to thank you for all you do in volunteering your time to help these beautiful animals have a forever home. So thank you.
Thank you.
Adelaide's 107.9 Life.